Hey folks, got an email the other day and finally had a chance to backtrack on it, double check it and all, and this is going to be a rundown on HR 3200. Snopes says it's correct. Trutherfiction.com says that this is the opinion of a respected constitutional attorney. He's read the entire health care bill, and what we've got here is The Truth About the Health Care Bills by Michael Connolly, retired constitutional attorney. Well, I have done it. I have read the entire text of the proposed House Bill 3200, the Affordable Health Care Choices Act of 2009. I studied it with particular emphasis from my area of expertise, constitutional law. I was frankly concerned that parts of the proposed law were being discussed might be unconstitutional. What I found was far worse than what I had heard or expected. To begin with, not much of what has been said about the law and its implications is in fact true. Despite what the Democrats and the media are saying, the law does provide for a rationing of health care, particularly where senior citizens and other classes of citizens are involved, free health care for illegal immigrants, free abortion services, and the probably forced participation in abortions by members of the medical profession. Now, we know Obama put a presidential order through saying, no, we're not going to pay for abortions, but I'm sure there's going to be a way around it. Anywho, the bill will also eventually force private insurance companies out of business and put everyone into a government-run system, a single payer. All decisions about personal health care will ultimately be made by federal bureaucrats, and most of them will not be health care professionals. Hospital admissions, payments to physicians, and allocations of necessary medical devices will be strictly controlled by the government. However, as scary as all of that is, it just scratches the surface. In fact, I've concluded this legislation really has no intention of providing affordable health care choices. Instead, it is a convenient cover for the most massive transfer of power to the executive branch of government that has ever occurred or has even been contemplated. If this law or a similar one is adopted, major portions of the Constitution of the United States will effectively have been destroyed. The first thing to go will be the masterfully crafted balance of power between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of the U.S. government. The Congress will be transferring to the Obama administration authority in a number of different areas over the lives of the American people and the businesses they own. The irony is that the Congress doesn't have the authority to legislate in most of those areas to begin with. I defy anyone to read the text of the U.S. Constitution and find any authority granted to the members of Congress to regulate health care. This legislation also provides for access by the appointees of the Obama administration of all of your personal health care, direct violation of specific provisions of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution information, your personal financial information, and the information of your employer, physician, and hospital. All of this is protecting against unreasonable searches and seizures. You can also forget about the right to privacy. That will have been legislated into oblivion regardless of what the Third and Fourth Amendments may provide. Not to have health care insurance, or if you have private insurance that is not deemed acceptable to the Health Choices Administrator appointed by Obama, there will be a tax imposed on you. It is called a tax instead of a fine because of the intent to avoid application of the Due Process Clause of the Fifth Amendment. However, that doesn't work because since there is nothing in the law that allows you to contest or appeal the imposition of the tax, it is definitely depriving someone of property without the due process of law. So there are three of those pesky amendments that the far left hates so much out of the original 10 in the Bill of Rights that are effectively nullified by this law. It doesn't stop there, though. The Ninth Amendment that provides the enumeration of the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. The 10th Amendment states, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are preserved to the states respectively, or to the people, under state sovereignty. Under the provisions of this piece of congressional handiwork, neither the people nor the states are going to have any rights or powers at all in many areas that once were theirs to control. Article 6 of the Constitution requires the members of both houses of Congress to be bound by oath or affirmation to support the Constitution. If I was a member of Congress, I would not be able to vote for this legislation or anything like it without feeling I was violating that sacred oath or affirmation. Consult the Constitution. Look at the Bill of Rights. You can clearly see what they're taking away from us and stomping over state sovereignty. People, think about it. Peace.